I guess I defined it a little early. I meant surly as in being more knightly, yeah, not in the way of being like surly as in disgruntled.
I
Wow, that's mine is.
Thine ears on thine ready for early
you don't have
presents.
ears.
I'm really glad that there wasn't many people listening for that because that was so loud. Except if you're listening on the podcast, because that's gonna burn your ears, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna try.
Not
to fix
sorry.
that.
Hashtag
You
not
do
sorry.
realize you could edit it to not hurt people.
You know what? You guys could help me edit.
We would love to if
I've
we
got
had
nothing
the
going
ability
on
to.
for the next
I really.
little while.
We'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I might be able to, honestly.
I mean, I tried to offer, and then you just never sent me anything. So
Yeah, I never got anything either.
See?
Hello
It's your
and
own
welcome
problem.
to the Villains Talk Show and Podcast.
Look at him changing the topic.
right.
What is the topic anyway?
That
Yeah,
is the
right.
Great Grease Goblin.
What is
That
the
is
topic, actually? That's a
Insaniac.
good question.
And talking with Sarah Vike. I am another one. I'm C4, and we are
You are
your
another one.
we are your weekly dose. Hello, Ruhala. We are your weekly dose of
Too bad you
random
didn't fix
bullshit.
the,
Today is the new directions, I guess.
Today is the new direction. And I would like to give a shout out not just to our Patreon for the wheel, but I'm going to give him a shout out. And not just Ruhala, who's in the chat, but also one of our listeners who I met 2 days ago.
Ooh,
I actually got approached
that's amazing.
by someone. This is so random. So I own it. For anyone who actually knows me, I own a truck stop, bar and stuff. Happy New Year, Ruhala. I own a bar and a
Happy
truck
New
stop
Year.
with my parents, and we all work together. It's a family bar restaurant. Yeah, whatever. And some trucker, young guy, comes up to me. Shout out to him. I don't want to give away his name because I don't want to get him doxxed, but he's out there
He didn't
somewhere.
have a-
He's
he didn't have a
driving
tag or
across the
anything.
country and he's listening to the podcast. And I just want to
That's
say
awesome.
hello. You are most appreciated.
We love you so much.
And,
You really are
and what
wonderful.
warmed my heart is I was like, my first question was, so what do you think? And he's like, you guys are really funny. I'm like, no, we're not. And he's like, yeah, you guys actually are really funny. I'm like,
Funny looking.
thank you.
I'm impressed.
can't really see us
Honestly,
on
we
the
don't
podcast.
think
I
so
know.
nowadays.
So out there,
We're impressed.
so in case you're out there listening and don't think we appreciate, we
truly love
appreciate
you.
you a ton.
We love you so much,
I
and
will-
you saying that,
like-
and honestly having C4 come out with this is so great because
Yeah.
we didn't know about this before.
I didn't
Honestly,
want to
the
tell
first
you
time I was
guys.
hearing-
I didn't want
hearing
to tell you
about it,
guys.
so
I wanted to keep it a
this
secret.
is so great. Genuine reactions.
cool.
We love you so much.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
How
So
did he know it
Thank you
was
so much.
you?
how did he know it was me? By my voice.
Of course, by
Actually?
I'm
That's
so
fair.
we had karaoke on New Year's. Okay, on New Year's
That's
Eve.
amazing. That's
so
so
still allowed, and I went up and sang. 'Cause I love karaoke, and because he had just listened to the music episode, he recognized my voice.
That's
It's
amazing.
amazing.
That's amazing because you
That's
like to
quite
sing
the
sometimes on the
coincidence.
talk show, right? So that's awesome.
Uh,
I again, we
Now,
love
did
you.
you
do
ask
have
him
You're
who his
amazing
favorite
voice.
was?
And
Still, like,
you
that's
know,
but
crazy.
talking about new directions, I want to talk about
He-
how I'm so impressed with the talk show so far.
Who's
and
his
the
favorite?
direction that
That's
we're
what we
going.
need.
I was
and
actually
it's-
about to answer that, which kind of soul crushed me a little.
Oh really?
Yeah, his favorites are Greasy Boy and Sarah.
Oh,
Yes!
Oh, I'm impressed.
I'm
I
so
love
happy.
it. I like it.
That's
I
exactly
like it. I
what
like
I'm
it.
here.
I'm like it.
I
Makes
felt
me
my
thrilled.
heart hurt a little. I gotta say.
Apparently, I'm everyone's favorite.
That's
I know. Why is it always you?
This is the first time I've been someone's
You never
favorite.
get rid of me.
That's
what you
awesome. That's so great. Yeah, that's absolutely it. Yeah, that's amazing. That's so great. Sarah is
did. Did he
honestly
say
the best.
why we
She is the heart of the talk show. Honestly, all the time. She really is just so great.
Before, did he say why we're his favorites? I want to know.
He just said we were funny. I mean, appreciate like, you know what? We're gonna get him on the show. He's listening to this right now when it comes out. Who knows when? You know,
Yeah, if we can get him on
you
the show,
know where
that's
my
amazing.
bar is, sir.
Yeah,
You're listening
come-
to this.
we would love to have you out and just talk.
This
about,
is a shout out
Yes.
to you. You
We
are
want
coming.
to talk about you.
We want you
we
on
want
this
to talk
show.
about you. We
You
want to know
came
about
and
you.
you came and approached me. Well, I'm gonna approach
Now
you
we-
with an offer.
Now we want to. Yeah, we
Yeah,
want
we
to
just
know.
want to know all about
We
your
want to know
life
who
and-
who you
yeah.
are, what you do. Tell us about the trucker, wonderfulness that you deal with. It's probably
and why
tough,
you
and
put
we
up
want to
with
know.
us and listening to
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Why you
hey,
put up
all
listening
the
with
talk
us?
shows and
guys.
podcasts.
We're not gonna say why he puts up with us. He's gonna say why does he love us.
Okay, well,
Either
we're
way.
putting it that way so he can answer in a kind manner.
Exactly.
We can make it easier for him to break
I'm
the
half
ice.
expecting this guy to come on now and just absolutely dunk on us. Just
That-
dunk
that would
on
be
us
funny.
all
That would be
day.
great.
That would be hilarious. Honestly, that would be so good.
The first thing he comes on and tells me, he's like, by the
Call-
way, the
call
food
us-
at your
call us out
restaurant's
right away
shit.
on our shenanigans. Like, do it. This is the chance. You wanna say something? Say it. I
All
want
right.
to hear it. I want to hear it.
Do
So-
you just hate listening to us?
That would be great. We're the Villains Talk Show. That would be the best point.
Is there people like? Do people actually do that? We're gonna come back to
Yeah.
that. We're gonna come back to that.
I hope there's a demographic for people who
listen.
don't like us to listen to us just to listen how much they don't like us and how. we
All
support
right, you know
things
what?
they
Never
don't like.
mind. We're gonna talk about this. Do you
They're not
think there's
bad.
actually people who watch videos and shit just to get angry, like purposely?
Yeah, there are.
Absolutely.
Like it's like
Probably.
Yeah,
whoa,
that's-
wait,
that's
wait,
actually demographic.
I have no doubt.
bullshit.
I have
Prove
no
it.
doubt. There probably is.
No,
I don't
'cause,
need to prove it.
I'll
but
watch
that
a
makes
video
sense.
accidentally that will piss me off, or like I'll watch someone's
I
stupid thing.
listen
And
to it
Yeah,
regularly.
some people would do it.
Years.
To, they get heated. So
Yeah.
that's a berserker thing. That's how Vikings would get into battle. They piss themselves off, so they're ready to fight. You trigger your adrenaline, so you're ready to kick some ass.
I just see John Cena sitting backstage.
Yeah,
listening to
Absolutely,
You can't.
absolutely. Imagine Stone Cold, right? That was his thing. He'd get mad at alcohol, right? And then he would be ready to fight in the ring.
He got really mad at alcohol. That's why he broke the beer cans on his face. Fuck
Right?
you, alcohol!
Absolutely. He realized his problem and he used it on stage. That's so great.
Get in my belly.
That's amazing. He always, right? It was a joke. It was great.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry, Ruhal.
Oh my
Hopefully
god.
you'll be okay. It's
Hopefully-
unfortunate
hopefully
hit with
you're
some hard
okay.
times with the sickness.
You know what?
Eat some chicken noodle soup. Stay at home.
But the
you know,
drowning pool is
have
always
some green
there
tea,
for
have,
you.
have some green tea
Yeah,
with
the
some
drowning
honey and
pool?
ginger
What?
root and
Just go
lemon.
drown
The drowning pool?
It's honestly really great for the throat and a lot of the inflammation kind of issues
No,
that
did
triggers.
you not get that joke, Sarah? The drowning pool. Get
No.
up,
No,
come on,
no
get
one
down
wants-
with
no
the
one wants to-
sickness.
Oh, that's great. I didn't pick that up. I wish I had picked that up. I really didn't. Thank you. But yeah, just
You're
if
being
somebody's
morbid.
sick, you should definitely have some chicken noodle soup. Honestly, chicken noodle soups. Chickens have a protein inside their body that trigger enzymes for antibody production in your body. Chicken noodle
That's
soup
how
is
you get
honestly super
salmonella.
good.
Oh, really? And bears
Fully
sick,
cooked.
eh?
You don't cook it.
Yeah, if
do
you
you
don't-
mind
that's
me
the whole point of
asking-
soup and chicken broth. You cook chicken broth is soup is chicken you've cooked for a long time.
I just wanted
bones.
to ask real quick if you don't mind. You don't have to answer Ruhal, but are you guys tripled? Are you guys triple protected or only doubled? Just
Whatever floats your boat. You don't. Yeah.
yeah,
it's
whatever
up to you.
float. You don't even have to say. You don't. You know what? That's a question you don't have to answer at all. That's a personal question.
I'm more than welcome to say I've chosen not to opt into
Walking
those.
example that booster
and
shots
that's-
work. You're saying
that's
that's
my-
why
that's my
you're
decision.
free?
Oh, nice. So I'm gonna assume that because I'm gonna assume that means
Hopefully-
you got all
that's-
of them.
I'm happy that works for you then.
Anyone
I'm-
wants
I'm
to
one
hear?
say that- I'm one to say that I haven't, and I haven't had any issues, and that works for me, and that's not going to work for everybody else. If you feel like you need them, you should go take them.
If you guys want to hear Ruhala's beautiful voice out there in cyberspace, if you go back and roll back, we actually have an episode with Ruhala talking about
She's
sex
very
staying
informative
sex
person
positive.
about being sex
Yeah.
positive and being able to be friendly and inviting about your body
Great.
and
I'm also
speak
going
about
to-
things
Great
that not every person is comfortable and aware of being able to speak about.
Quick shout out to our new follower on YouTube. I can't pronounce Russian and I can't speak Russian, but you're listening and you're in.
We love you.
and it's in Russian, so we love you. Thank you.
We love you. We love you so much. You're wonderful. We appreciate you.
Yes.
We hope you're doing amazing.
So we actually
And,
have a
uh,
topic for today.
We do have a topic.
It's
We
called-
usually lose a lot.
You know
I'm
what?
just sitting here saying nonsense.
And just so we're clear, the topic is
And this is-
direction. New
And
direction.
And
why
we're
we're- this is why we're-
directing us in
this
a
is how-
new way.
And this is how we lead our direction so well. As we swim from one topic to another, very clearly with an idea
Seamlessly.
of what we want to
The
do.
seamless.
Something we don't
Seamlessly.
have any of.
Seamlessly, yeah. Easy transitions. Nowhere smoother anywhere else than here.
Yes.
We just we know what we're doing. We know it.
I
We're so good.
never
We're so
said
good.
I didn't.
I said we. I didn't say
You maybe
you.
should.
I said we. We're all in this together.
So, Mr. We're in this together. You picked the topic for today.
I did. I did.
Really did.
Why don't you-
It's been an interesting year for me so far. Just I spent a lot of my holidays with family, and for me, a lot recently, just seeing, just in between different interactions with my friends and family, seeing different synchronicities and things that are clicking into place, of a domino effect of just positivity and things becoming better and easier for them. I see new directions and things going forward a little bit with life. My friend, she recently also got sick, mostly from stress, from what I would think, and the way she talks about it, but I'm not aware. But it also gave her the opportunity for her dad to, come hang out and take care of her, and be a dad and do nice things and make her some, she told me he had some worm, like his famous like Spanish stew. I don't exactly remember what it was called, but it was potatoes, mostly meat and stuff like that. Stew is stew. So, but and then she was telling me how she's got family coming in soon, so like she's gonna hang out with her dad, and her dad's gonna make her feel good, and then once her family's ready to come see her, she's gonna be all feeling good and ready to go and all fresh and able to hang out with family and do the thing. So, family is always tough, and it's just so funny to see from one step to another. This happened in like 3 days of from New Year's to now, of how quickly things have just kind of shifted for her in her life. And I have a number of people and friends who have just, every time I've stopped to do something, things have changed. And then also the new thing that was really funny and interesting for me that I really wanted to personally talk about, that is just, I found was hilarious. The other day watching the new Matrix movie, interesting movie. So you could like it, you might not like it. It's kind of if and and. It's depends. The funniest thing though for me, honestly, hilarious throughout the entire movie. Every time the phone would ring in the movie, or it would ding, my fucking phone would ding. Literally at every single fucking moment that the phone, that Keanu Reeves or whoever had a buzz on their phone, so did mine. It was
Weird.
it was like in tandem, perfect in moment. Not even like a frame in between when it happened. Like on point. It was absolutely hilarious, and I didn't know what to say or what to think of it. I just thought it was absolutely funny and weird at the moment to just like every time the moment would ring in the Matrix, my phone would ring. But it was like Twitter or Facebook or something like that, right? But
What an interesting direction that movie went in, right?
it did. It was good, but it was bad. Honestly, I wasn't a fan of the ending, but the whole thing was the point. The point is that if you didn't
I
like it,
wasn't
it was
a
meant for you.
fan of the beginning,
Like it,
the
the
second
whole.
act,
It's
the third act,
did you
the fourth
did you
act.
did yeah
Ah,
did you
didn't like any
realize
of it.
did you realize the whole point of the movie?
Yeah, and I
It's-
realized that there was one scene in that movie where they described a way better movie I would have rather have seen.
Oh yeah. Oh
the,
yeah.
the scene
probably.
when she's telling Neo about the war between the machines, the civil war between the machines and the humans. They took a side of the humans. That I would have wanted. Why did they make that into a movie? It's like
Right.
they were filming.
Right.
I almost feel like the Wachowskis.
But the thing-
it was just one Wachowski sister. Yeah, I think she was just filming that movie, and as she was writing that, realized halfway through the movie that she thought of a way better movie, but it was too late at that point.
I'm gonna be honest. They didn't do it very well, but you actually do see that a little bit in the movie, where Morpheus is entirely this AI, right? And he says it to Neo, and Neo realizes it too, that he's a counter program that he's made in his mind to become self-aware. And every time Morpheus is present, it's always this weird, strange moment that it's always repeating. It literally, the moments that they happen in the movie, in this one, all happen. It's literally in repeat, but not even just that. The levels of what happens in Revolutions, the ending and everything that happens, it's the same. It's the same fucking thing. That's the whole point. It's literally they repeat the same movie over and over again.
I know. I watched the movie, but
It's
my
it's
question.
it's so fun. I find it funny.
What are you trying to get to? That the direction of this movie was so disjointed and shit that they thought
Yeah.
of 3 different better movies while making The Matrix?
We don't spoil anything. Nope. They
What? I spoil all the things. If you don't want
Not at all.
spoilers, just whenever I talk, mute me.
Honestly, if you came here, I'm sorry. I honestly never really thought about it in that regard. If you
Yeah,
came here to
just
not be
came
spoiled,
out.
we ruin that everywhere and every probably time and every.
We're villains. What the fuck do we
Yeah.
care?
Yeah.
the
That's
the
fair.
name is right
care
there.
anyway.
It's right
But
there.
either way, yeah, it's I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it was meant to purposely, like, you see the analyst is he doesn't realize that he's ended up just doing the same thing again, and
Isn't that
has
the
had-
fucking? I thought that was the fucking point. Was they had to
Yeah.
make them keep doing it over and over again to power all of machine kind because their love is so strong.
Well, the point is because because they've done it over and over again, they were able to break out. That was the bigger point. The repetition made it easier to understand this time instead of having
I still don't
One,
understand
it's-
the point.
instead
of
of having
bringing this up.
instead of having 3 movies to break down the span of this the basic
they
concepts.
threw all their shit into one.
They threw it all in shit into one.
I'm so
exactly.
glad they distilled three movies worth of crap into one.
Exactly, but that means that it took one movie for Keanu to figure this shit out instead of losing his mind for 3 movies and wasting his time.
But you've already wasted your time. How long's the movie?
I mean, he did
And
the SpongeBob.
The-
2 hours and 5
the whole
minutes?
point-
There's
the
2
whole
hours
point
and
is
5
that-
minutes you're not getting back.
But then look at it again. If you didn't watch The Matrix, then you wouldn't have wasted any of this time to begin with.
Not true. You could have watched The Matrix and not watched any of the sequels because you just stick by the fact that
That's-
sequels are bad. And
That's true. You could have also just
you'd
if you
miss
never
out on
watched
a
The
lot.
Matrix. If you never watched The Matrix, you would never need to watch The Matrix at all, or watch The Matrix to begin with, right?
But if you never watched The Matrix, you could read Descartes and get the same idea from The Matrix. since it's
That's
based on the same
absolutely
thing.
true. You are completely true. That is 100% correct.
Yes, thank you, Brawlhalla. And I was stoned enough to watch the Matrix series,
I-
and it's
I was-
still
I
bullshit.
was just there. It is bullshit. The whole point is they're selling you their bullshit to make you realize it's bullshit. But it's stupid. It's stupid. It's all around stupid because the whole thing is stupid.
So, but what was the point? Like, you brought this up for direction. What were you trying to get?
I
to?
I wasn't. My whole point was that it was just funny that every time the phone went off in the movie, like when Keanu got a tweet, I would get a Facebook buzz or something like that, or it was funny. It was, to me, I thought it was hilarious. And then this is where you've asked questions that have led this direction of the deep rabbit hole we have down on.
I thought
just-
you were gonna talk. So when we
That was it.
pitched
That was
this
it.
topic like earlier in the day, everybody,
This wasn't about this.
He
I
pitched
just thought
it
about
as
this.
One Direction. So I was expecting
He
you
really
to talk
did.
about One Direction and not the Matrix. So I'm
You know,
completely,
man,
I'm ready
that's
for a
what-
completely different conversation.
My original point was the family stuff with my friend. That was One Direction. But then I just also discussed another thing, which was me watching The Matrix. Because we go on tangents. It's the welcome to the talk show.
Why are these directions?
It wasn't
what-
It wasn't a direction. It was just things moving in a better way. New Year's, it's a new direction. New year, new direction. People always
If
say
it's
New
not
Year,
a
new
new
me.
direction, you're on
Well-
a pretty good direction. Doing the exact same one.
That's fine. You don't need to do that. I'm sorry. My concept has ruined your concept of what
No, we
direction
just
means.
want you to explain it more.
Have we ever done that before? This feels new to me.
It's a new
You wanted to-
direction. Oh my god.
Man,
we
man.
wonder.
It just
Guys,
exploded your
Are
mind.
are you guys just asking me for something new?
Whoa.
This Man, this feels like we're breaking. Guys, I don't know where we're going with this. Maybe you guys should tell me. What do you guys
Rouge
What do you
on.
guys want from me? Why don't you tell me? Because I'm confused now.
We want you to explain
So,
what you're
do you-
talking about.
So you've gone through a lot of changes in Saniac over the last 2 years. You have.
John has
Like,
figured it out.
really,
This
you
is,
really
this
have.
Is the best.
And yeah, because I can put down your life together for you. And you've gone through a lot of changes. You've done a lot.
Thank you.
And you've done a lot of jobs. So I'm guessing what you were trying to get at is a new direction for you would be something solid, something that feels normal, because you've been in constant state of flux. Is that what you're trying to get at?
I feel like a lot of people have been at that state. You know, it's COVID. And
Well, no, actually, you're very unique in that, because a lot of people have been stagnant. That's actually been the opposite has been true.
I guess
A lot
really.
of people have been forced to stay, been forced in their jobs still, even though they wanted to change. Like, a lot of plans have been canceled, but you
That's
haven't
fair.
been stifled. You've actually been able to move forward and been, but because of it, because of the inability for you to find something that you actually truly enjoy, you've been living in flux, like literally for 2 years. You moved out to Ontario. You got a couple new jobs. You moved out to like different places in Ontario. You moved across the province in Ontario from Alberta to there. So why
Honestly,
I don't know why you
so
did
what
that to begin with.
what are you
In-
looking for?
in a bigger picture, just to address that whole lifeline of where that's going from. That's kind of been most of my life. I grew when I was born. I was born in we're gonna hit. This is gonna be the biography of Insaniac really quickly. I was born in Quebec. We moved to BC before I was 5. I moved to Alberta when I was 6 or 7. I lived there till I was 12 or 13, and I moved out to Ontario for another year or 2 years, and then I moved back when I was 15 to Alberta, to where I was then, to find mainly to find some older friends I was hoping to reconnect with. Didn't find any of those friendships. Made a lot of new ones. Many of the new ones I have are in this room today. And then
Wait,
Not
you have
really a
people in your
room, but
room right now?
sure.
a theoretical internet room, but yeah. From that, I ended up, I realized I was there to learn cooking, and I found a passion about that. But then I also wanted to be closer to family. Family out there wasn't really the greatest for me, so I found a better connection with the family out here. So I found more reason to move out here. But all of it I had been determined to move out here before COVID had impeded me. So when COVID hit, I made my movement when I could to get over here while I fucking could, before I was stuck over there. And then now because I'm here, I literally only have one province away to go see my family instead of 3.
In Quebec.
And,
We're in Quebec,
and
Montreal.
My family right now they're in Montreal, and so they in the next year they've been talking about wanting to come to Ontario, so it makes it easier in that regard, even sooner. That they will be easier, literally in the same province.
For our American friends, Montreal is the French city you go to,
Yeah.
not
one of
to
them.
New Orleans.
This not Quebec City. You go to Montreal. Only if you are from France do you go to Quebec City, because they will probably dislike you, but dislike you less than they dislike the English people.
I mean, we have one French listener who listens in Vichy. I'm sure they're probably thinking about that all the time when we mention it.
Exactly. When they go to Quebec,
Those
they're probably just
goddamn
like,
dirty French
those
people from
goddamn-
Canada.
those
cannot
Parisian
speak correct French.
Frenchmen, like it's.
They made up their
I
own
think it's
language.
Anglo. I don't remember the exact
Sacre
dialect difference
bleu.
between European French and Canadian French. I know there is two different words.
Just
one's
how
Parisian
it's
and one's
arranged.
Anglo
It's just how it's
something.
arranged. Quebec Canadian French is arranged like English. Real French is arranged backwards in terms of the syntax.
Yeah.
As a guy who learned
Exactly.
both, I can tell you it's a bitch.
I mean the actual word for the two different ones. I don't know what they're called. I know one's Parisian French. I think that's the European one.
But I really want to go enjoy New Orleans. Rujala, we all
New
want to
Orleans?
go.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
would love that would be awesome. We could go to fucking the Villains
Knowing-
Talk Show Mardi Gras.
Oh my god, knowing you and Bear too, if you took us to New Orleans, we would have a blast.
The Villains Talk Show Mardi Gras.
Oh my god.
We got to do
We
that.
can do it
or
with
Day
the
of the Dead.
other part of the road
One or the
trip.
other. That would be awesome.
One day, if I ever win the lottery, I'm taking one of our viewers with us. We're going on a trip.
That would be fucking
You
amazing.
can write this down. If I ever win the lottery, I'm promising one of our viewers to come with us on a trip.
That'll be.
We'll do a
hilarious.
whole draw and all that.
Yeah, we'll.
Yep.
It's just
Yeah.
some random viewer.
That's
I think
awesome.
that would be sweet.
great.
I'm gonna write
That
that,
would be
down.
super
Actually,
cool.
I don't want to forget that.
That would be sweet.
We'll clip it later.
Still gonna write it down.
Or pick a
That's a
viewer
good
who
idea.
lives there and go visit them.
That's also
Yeah, go
good.
kidnap
well,
someone and
Well, we
bring
could do
them on an
both. One
adventure
who's
with
one
us.
who lives there. One who lives there can join us, and one who's not there could go with us as we go because they're
I
already
like
going to be.
Bree Scott's idea of kidnapping a viewer.
Speaking
Yeah,
of which,
That's also potential.
we're halfway through the show. Might as well say if you want to help support the show in any way. I mean, you could follow if you wanted. You could like us on YouTube or whatever.
Be sure
Um,
to check out our Patreon.
like-
you can become
yeah, you-
like for the wheel and support us directly, and that's really.
But I
amazing.
mean, don't feel pressured to do any of that. Like,
Yeah.
We'd also
just the
I'd
fact you're
love to- I'd
watching is
also-
enough. So
Yeah, your viewership and meeting the one person like C4 talked about is so huge. I'd also like to talk about one of our super huge supporters who's Buzzsprout, I believe. I always get the name badly. 'cause I'm such a-
Buzzsprout.
Buzzsprout,
They're-
you are wonderful, and they have helped set up our setting and have helped get us a starting kind of platform for our podcast group. So if you're probably listening to this, you probably heard it from there or has been channeled from that site or some way or another.
But
because
there'll be a
C4 is
link in
amazing.
the description. If you click on that, and you want to start a website, you go or start a podcast.
podcast.
It's so easy. Just go through that and just it's a lot easier. It's free. Like it's 100% free. We started free.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah, please post links to all your social medias. Yes, Greasy Boy.
If you could do that, would be wonderful. Greasy.
Please.
I have access to 3 of them. I don't
That's-
use Twitter.
That's better. At least,
Facebook,
at least you
Facebook,
have
YouTube,
them.
Twitch, Twitter,
He knows.
Patreon,
Yeah, certain
and
most
We
of
can't
them
forget about the
are-
TikTok.
TikTok.
Mid-roll
Hey.
ad over.
and cut.
And
Good,
cut.
good directorship. I like it. I love it.
In case anyone's
We really are
skipping it.
great at,
In case-
translating
We want to do
today.
direction, and here we are. C4 is finally becoming our director.
In case anyone's like skipping through the podcast and they're like, I don't want to hear all this shit. They get to the part where we start talking again. You know, now they have me saying mid-roll and over. And they're like, oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
start again.
Yeah, here we go. We're back to the content, even though we're talking about nonsense as usual.
New
That's how you
directions,
know
right?
it's-
So now we're gonna
Yep.
do we're gonna do all our crazy links and all that in the middle, because we
Yeah.
sometimes and often forget at the end.
Sometimes and often.
Sometimes and often.
regularly.
Absolutely. That's a great idea.
We regularly forget.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You are absolutely true.
Yes. Totally know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Make sure you
You're
post the
totally
links.
not just sitting there
YouTube
pretending
too,
to
by the way.
listen.
Yes, please, Greasy Boy.
I would never.
All right. So,
I think he's working on it.
we
I
heard
hope.
Insaniac's take on New Directions. Now to do something completely different. Sarah, tell us about your opinions on New
Man,
Directions.
for me, you guys are completely opposites. This is really
Why are
awkward.
you looking to the side? I'm not over there.
It's because for them, it's the other way around. Sarah.
Which is hilarious because I'm looking right at you, actually.
It's not that. It's the fact that he's like looking way over. My new directions.
right
I
at
don't.
you.
the-
You're
the
you're
new
one
one
amazing,
means,
Ruhala. We appreciate
really
you so
little
much
to
for
me,
being
right?
on today.
like I work on a school schedule, so January 1st doesn't really change anything except for the fact that this year it was announced that I get an extra week off because of COVID.
That's kind of nice.
So new directions. I don't know.
Kind
Huzzah?
of nice. Huzzah! Yeah,
Yeah.
Huzzah?
more time off to do your own things.
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
New directions.
you've been doing a lot. Like let's just go back. Like we thinking about doing
Yeah,
this
let's
as a
take
year in
let's
review.
take a year
Let's
in review.
let's
look at
keep
yours.
this as a year in review for New Directions. Like if I may, since I did it to Insaniac, in the last year, you went from barely ever talking to only speaking your mind when you were emotionally ready to, or when you were in the comfort of people that you trusted, to being more overt, more outspoken. You have been more pushy, thank God, because you were such a doormat. And I don't mean that to be mean, but goddamn, Sarah.
No, actually, that's a very good point.
you are
I
such
have
a-
made a huge difference in my life of not letting people walk all over me in the past
And-
couple of months.
And so in terms of
It
you
means that we're not really talking to my husband's family, but hey,
and
it's
look at
kind
your
of nice.
and just like you've evolved like your background. You went from a clutter absolute mess to like this beautiful,
mean-
gorgeous setup. Don't no, don't ruin
That's true.
don't ruin it. Don't
I
break
can't see
it.
it, but yeah, appreciate what you have. It looks
You're
perfect.
supposed to keep the illusion.
It looks amazing.
You know, I particularly like this actually because the paintings behind me I did, so
And Rouge
They make
Allah
me
says
happy.
you made a friend in
I just
her.
really can't
Sorry,
show that one
Rouge
'cause
Allah
a
said you made a
blue
friend.
fox flying through space. What?
Sorry, I was gonna. Rouge Allah said you made a friend with her, so you can always learn about more toys.
Yeah.
And please,
Yeah.
if you do, we need to bring your husband back on the show because I want to hear.
Yeah, you know,
that side
I
of
would
the
actually love to hear that.
conversation.
I would love to
What
hear
you
that
wanna-
side of the conversation too. To have her husband come on at the same time.
For talk about toys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, at the time I actually forgot about it, but he for a while worked for one
Where-
of those like
What do you think
pyramid
she puts all of her
Shh,
knowledge
Shh,
into?
wait, what was the end of that? What was the end of that sentence?
I'm not repeating it.
No,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
please,
no,
I
no, no,
actually
no,
missed
no,
that.
no, 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 no,
No.
Where did
no,
where did your
you put
husband
it?
work?
You put it out though.
Where did your
No,
husband?
Something
You
about
put-
a
you
You put that
pyramid
out there.
scheme.
Now you gotta now you gotta.
Where did
now
he
you gotta
used to
commit
work?
Mhm.
lots of places.
Come on, Sarah. Don't be afraid.
We
Tell us.
someone.
Tell the viewers.
All right, we have 3 viewers on YouTube.
The viewers
and we
will
have,
tell us if you won't tell us.
and we have 4 viewers
Oh, go for
right
it.
now on Twitch. One of you screen cap and find out what she said. I want to know where her husband worked.
Let's say if
Something
you don't
about
tell
a
us, Sarah, they'll tell
stupid
us.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something about a pyramid scheme.
George yeah, sex toy salesman. George Roy, sex toy salesman. You say?
It's a kind of
Door to
pyramid
door.
scheme.
Sadly, I could see that.
Mm, I could see that too.
I couldn't. Have you met her husband? He'd be so squeamish. He wouldn't know
And
how to
that's
start
why.
the conversation.
Dude, you are clearly underestimating him.
I think he could do the thing.
Yeah.
He
I
could
think
do
it'd be
the
I think it would be
the other
awkward at
thing, too.
first, but I think once he's broken through that space, he would be fine.
Really.
All right. I guess we're gonna move on to Greasy Boy.
How's
Oh,
the
yeah.
Goblin doing this year and your year in review?
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into the New Year's?
Tell us about. You didn't hear. See, now you have to tell Rouge Holla because she wants to hear, Sarah. She wants to know
Yeah.
what your husband used to do.
Yeah. Yeah. See.
Rouge Holla de
I'll
Bruges.
tell you.
Or I was gonna say maybe tell her. Yeah. Hold
Oh, you're
on.
gonna tell her
Let's-
in
let's
private
make it-
message?
Let's make it.
That's
Let's make a trade.
mean.
Let's make a trade for
No,
it.
I
Well,
really
when her
wanna
husband comes
forget.
on, when her husband
Absolutely
comes on, you'll share your husband's story. That's a good
Actually,
trade.
Rouge Holla's husband is an extremely interesting man. He's like a chess man.
That's
He's
what I
a
want to hear about.
he's a chess master.
He's a chess man. Oh, okay.
Chess
Sorry, I heard
master.
a chess man, and I was like,
Chess
does he have a big
master.
hairy chest? I'm like, that would be interesting.
He's actually, if we can just pour on Rouge Holla for a little bit. Her husband is one of the few people if ever beaten me at chess, and he beat me hard. And like I have played chess for a long time, and I thought I was good, but he was an actual chess master. Like he has the whole thing about it, and just wrecked me. I just absolutely wiped the floor with me. I was like, wow, that's a real chess player, and he's also extremely good at math. Actually, Rouge Holla's husband's an extremely intelligent man. But Greasy Boy, tell us about.
Yeah.
I mean, we could start. Like, do you want me to do what I've been doing the other two and go through what I think?
I'm actually
Sure.
curious about that too. Yeah.
I'm curious to hear what you
I
have
mean,
to say
it's
about
like the one thing I'm good at is reading people. I should be a psychotherapist, but See, you're the hardest because I know you the least. Actually, if you think about it,
That's
you-
the sad part.
That is kind of
It
sad.
is
I-
kinda
Yeah,
sad.
I interacted with you a lot more than.
are you
I
going to
should
let
do.
me
Yeah.
finish
For,
talking,
like-
or are you going
No,
to interrupt?
No,
me?
I'm not.
Okay.
No, the greasy boy. What's the way?
So the reason you're the hardest is not because I know who your character is because it's hard for me to identify what growth is for you because I don't know you that long. I don't know what you really struggled with, but I can tell from the beginning of what I know you is one thing that you always seem to struggle with is you have a problem with connection in some way. I don't know how deep it goes and I don't know why, but there's something with you and connection. And I found that especially when you play with us and when you start like play D&D with us, and as you slowly came onto the show, you would definitely talk once in a while, but I noticed you never really pour yourself because I didn't think you found a connection. You didn't know how to establish a connection that's outside of your family, because I noticed that your family you're very protective of. You never really talk about
I
it
think he
outside
does
the show.
really good right now, though. Honestly, I
That's
think he's
what
done
I'm
a lot
getting
better.
to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting to.
Sorry.
And so
I'm
if there's
sorry.
one thing I've noticed over the year, it's your ability to connect with the right things. Because if anyone wants to go back in the show, we were, Greasy Boy was bad with connection at the beginning. And so I'd say that
We're all
was
a little shy once in a while, right? So
no, it's not shy. It's not shy. He was never shy. It's about establishing a meaningful connection. It's one thing I noticed that Greasy Boy was really hard pressed
okay.
with doing.
I see you.
Is establishing a
I
meaningful
can see
connection
that.
outside of his family, and the ones and you could tell when he had a meaningful connection, because when he does, he is not flippant about it. You rarely hear him talk about his family or his sister in a very flippant way, a very airy way. He'll be happy about it, but you don't hear him. It's you can feel that connection when he talks about him, and it's something that I've noticed.
That's fair. I could.
Even
honestly,
even
I
his
could
friends that we don't know too, the same thing.
I could 100% see what you're saying.
Yeah.
What do you think, Greasy Boy? How do you feel?
I'm gonna be honest. I got lost halfway through that.
That does not surprise me. in
I
the
I
slightest.
I think
Maybe
that's a
that's the
fucking
reason
lie,
that
because I think I know you a little better than that, and I think you got cut deep, but it's fine.
I
that's-
genuinely got lost because
that's-
people kept talking over you.
What?
I only interrupted once, please. All right. How do you feel? How do you when you look back at things? Year in review.
Me?
I mean, so far the year's not
No,
terrible.
Greasy Boy.
I mean, I'm in my own place now. That's good.
That's a good start. What else?
I have a new job starting up soon.
That's cool.
That's exciting.
That's pretty awesome.
Thank you, Rujala.
Are
That's
you-
really nice of you.
Are you doing like this new job? Tell us about it. Is it better than the last? Is it worse? Is it are you
I'm
excited?
legally not allowed to say that, seeing as my old boss is in this call right now.
I don't care.
He's your old boss. It's all
I
good.
would say that's you. You are free to. This is the Villains Talk Show. You're free to use a platform to speak as you
Well,
wish.
higher pay, closer to home, all that good stuff. That's
Yeah,
really
man.
the only benefits.
That's completely understandable.
And as your
Cheaper,
former
yes.
boss, I will tell you to take that job 10 times out of 10.
Oh yeah,
yeah, absolutely. If you
But-
need to grow where you can get supported, right?
Thank you for helping me over the year. Like,
Oh, yeah,
so
no
you've been
worries.
working there since March, so you pretty much spent a better part of the whole year at my working at my place. So, thanks.
pretty much the whole year except for January, February.
Yeah, thanks a
See,
lot.
that's pretty
Actually,
awesome.
yeah.
See, that's good. That's a pretty good year. That's a good one thing of a year in review. And anything
Yeah.
you looking forward to in the future? Or any ideas you have to go forward? with?
Right now, the goal is to get a cat for this year.
Oh, really? Cool.
That's a good goal.
Yeah,
We had
That's
two.
I-
my roommate said no for those ones,
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh,
just because we didn't have the
Say-
stuff set up for it yet.
That's unfortunate. They could have. Yeah, they could have had a nice home.
I would have taken that
I
one
spent
cat.
a couple
Yes.
of days chasing cats around a restaurant. You know,
It might
It
have
took
also
me
been
all of
tough for them
5
to
minutes to
adjust
catch the other
because
one.
they would have it would have been tough probably for them to adjust too because it's
It just came
Yeah.
right to me.
and they
Aw.
really well see missed opportunity perhaps but
Yeah, I would have taken that
Well,
one, and I
the good
and my
news is
roommate
there's a
can
place
say
right
too.
near you that's really great for finding cats. So
Yeah, the street.
yeah
I can just
Yeah.
pick one
maybe
up off
that's
the
just,
street. and
maybe
bring
that's
it
just
home.
help you know that that maybe that's what you're
Big
supposed to do
brains,
is next
man.
you're supposed to go help a cat.
I like big brains. I cannot lie. Sorry, I didn't even read it, Rujala. I was
I didn't see that yet.
talking about Bear. She's like some big brains. She cannot lie because the other brother can't deny.
there any particular type of cat you want to get, or you just want a cat?
Pretty much.
just a
I
cat.
just
Nice.
want a cat.
That's fair.
Nice.
Yeah. The gentleman, even though he's not here, is honestly a great cat owner. He has a really adorable cat, and
Is he? never mind.
You should meet my cats. They're pretty great.
He's not here to speak on his behalf.
That's
so
why I'm
I've
just not even gonna touch that.
I'm just he's a great
Um,
cat owner, and I think
his
he-
cat
And
loves
Maniac
him to
is a really
death.
great cat.
Yeah.
You know, if there's anything about
Yeah.
the elusive gentleman, I will say his cat loves him to death. And I mean, like,
Aw.
I don't mean that facetiously. Like, if he was here, he would tell you that cat loves him to death. When he leaves the house, that cat stays on his bed in one corner and only leaves to eat and go shit, and then goes back to that
I didn't.
corner.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
He told me about
That's-
that. Like, that cat loves him to death, which is
That's
huge.
Aw.
It's cute as hell, but it's like my
That
cat.
means
will just-
I mean that means he puts his heart out into
destroy
his
me.
cat, right?
where is that?
That
I
honestly just
hear
means
you.
He puts
Where
his,
are you?
he puts his heart into his cat. You know that's just in my mind settles that too. Like he's a great cat owner. He cares so much for his cat.
Last I saw, your cat was on your bed.
My cat knows when I talk about her because
As opposed to C4 who's sitting there. Where's my cat?
she
I can't
makes
find my cat.
She's making
I don't know where the
noises.
cat
She's
is.
in here
guys.
somewhere.
Where's I swear I know where my cat is. She's usually here. Where's my cat?
I should go find my cats.
Anyway,
Yeah, I was just opening the door to see if they were out.
I guess
Side
we
door.
can't do. I guess we can't
Yeah.
do Jeremy. Black cats
That's
appeal
okay.
to my gothic heart. Yeah, black cats.
I used to have a black cat too. Her name was Sierra. She was my favorite
I have
cat with like little
two
white
black
spot on her
cats and a
nose and
cat.
a little orange spot. Right
Yeah,
there.
Sarah's got two black cats. One's
She's
fuzzy
super
and
cute.
one's not, and they're both like the
Yeah.
biggest sluts for love.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Cats are-
unbelievable.
Cats are
I've-
super
Legitimately,
awesome.
like,
not my
I
cat.
have to lock them out of this room while we're streaming, or else they will literally sit like here and here and here all over me.
You know that
Yeah.
just
Will not
brings
get
in
infected.
viewers. Are you locking out
Yeah.
viewership? You know, no
Yes.
viewers love
She doesn't.
cats.
She doesn't want to embrace the
They
love.
really
Oh,
do.
man.
Fine, I'll go find a cat.
We just go
I'll go
buy.
find one.
We just
We're
go
just
buy
bugging
you
you,
more
Sarah.
cats.
We're just bugging
Oh,
you, Sarah.
hey.
You don't have to bring a cat.
Ah, look
So-
who came to say
See,
hello.
as he speaks of the cats arrive.
She's just
knew?
look at unhappy she is.
See,
Just
she wasn't gonna show up
so
until you wanted her to show up.
unhappy.
Yeah, and you did that to her.
My
Good
cat
job, John.
does not like people except me.
Good job, John.
So I guess while
You're the
Sarah's
best.
getting her cat, thank you, Rushala, for what you said. That's really nice of you.
Usually appreciate you.
That as well.
You guys are sisters. The more you guys talk, the more you guys are the same. So I guess I'll
So
do
the,
my
the other
year
thing
review.
I was gonna say the other thing I wanted to add. I do want to hear what you have to say to that. I just want to say the other thing for me in my new direction. I also lost my job, so that also adds to my new direction. I'm looking for a new job and figuring out where I want to go and what I want to do.
Didn't you
so-
quit your job?
I've lost a series of jobs in the past couple of years.
Okay.
In the year. But all of them have been for a various amount of purposeful reasons, or one over the another. This one, I lost my job because the not enough hours and the province is limiting restaurant capacity.
Mhm,
So-
mhm.
That
so
sucks.
it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I have
People
been
say
smart enough
that.
to save up money. See, I want a pet, and I'm gonna be honest. That's
I
the
found a
direction.
bag
I'm also
cat.
thinking about myself. I really do want to get a pet,
I like
but
how
I
both
don't know if I can take care of a pet right
well
now.
both their cats like sit on their laps and like do nothing. My cat just looks at me like I'm stop that. Get out of here. Staring at me like I'm the worst person in the world.
That's so funny.
Rouge Allah says to you, Insaniac, sending some positive juju for your path to present
Oh,
itself.
thank you so much. I'm hoping so.
I said that
We'll see where
horribly.
it goes. Honestly, what I would really like to get is I'd like to get like an owl, but like a little tiny
Those
like
are hard to get.
a
to
little
keep in
tiny-
houses.
yeah, I've heard they're really tough, but I feel like what I'm hoping for is like a little tiny like little barn owl. People have had them.
Like
I've seen
a
them before.
peregrine, like a peregrine owl, or like a burrowing owl,
They're,
like the little
they're
tiny
like
ones?
they're like burrowing kind of barn. It's hard to explain, but yeah,
well, barn
they're really
owls are
tiny
like
house-
this. Or
They're
like,
they're like mini burrowing owls. It's hard to explain.
there's
but yeah,
pygmy
they're really,
owls. There's like
There's
little tiny
definitely
pygmy
there are
ones.
little tiny owls that you can get that.
Yeah,
are,
yeah.
Like they seem really chill, and honestly, I could
Pygmy
vibe
owls.
so much.
Look
I
'em
could
up.
vibe so much with one of these owls, and I don't.
Pygmy owls.
I don't know why, but I could see you like owning a pygmy pig.
I could
pygmy
see
pig.
you. I could see you just ordering. I
Yeah.
could see you
Like a
ordering.
teacup
a mini,
pig?
like,
Like
a
a
mini
pig.
pig.
I could see you owning
I
a
could see
pig.
that too.
Oh my
I
god!
can see
Get a
that too.
pig and make his name Officer.
Officer Bacon.
We still
No,
need to get
just
parent-
Officer.
I'd call him Officer Bacon.
My pig's name is Officer.
He's Officer Bacon.
All right.
He's here reporting for jam
Someone
duty
still
at
needs
breakfast.
Skip Terrence.
That would be the ultimate dad joke. I hope you know that if I become a dad, I will get this pig now because
Good.
you helped form this in my life.
You better.
But the owl will come first, then the pig. he will be
Sounds
he
like
will
a
be
bad
officer.
kid's book.
He
That's
he
a
would be
really
Officer
bad
Bacon,
kid
and
story.
he would be Officer Bacon, and I would make all the breakfast jokes every time my pig showed up.
Secretly hates you because it knows.
Yep, every time.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I guess I'll do my urine review.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see how you
Holy
do, and
fuck.
we'll give our ideas and how we think
Holy
you done
shit.
too after you've finished.
So, things that changed in my life. Oh god, I guess I should start from the beginning. There was a lot this year. Fuck. I got a girl pregnant and she decided to not have the kid, so that was that was 3 months of my life. I'm starting a movie company with a bunch of guys who know what they're doing. If anyone wants to look it up, we're called White Light. We're gonna hopefully be posting a video here in a month or so. We just did shooting a couple weeks ago, so I'm editing this month. Me and another guy are starting a show called Not Made for Human Consumption. So look out for that.
Oh yeah, I think I remember hearing about.
It is an entire show that's just made not for humans, and that's all I can pretty much say about it. It's going to be out there.
I like it. I hope Insaniac will make.
I got a
it on.
therapist. So I started going to see a therapist for the first time in my life.
That's huge. A lot of people struggle with going to see a therapist. Honestly,
it was a huge. Yeah, it was hard.
But that's good. That's a good step, and
because like I had to deal with another I have a very addictive personality, and I got really addicted into, well, not too addicted, but I was getting really bad into gambling, so I had to pull out. I pulled out of that, and I got my therapist, and I've been doing that for a while.
New directions, absolutely.
It kind of funny because me and one of my best friends who was on the first episodes of this show, Justin, we started this movie company together, but he goes through bouts of depression, and so we started it, everything was going good, and he went through a downturn, and I didn't want to lose ground in what we were doing, so I did something I don't usually do, which is I just took the reins. And I started directing, and I started doing a bunch of stuff that I don't normally do. And so I've just been kind of paddling on my own as far as I can. Thank you, Rujala.
I do want to shout out to Rujala saying that. Yeah, finding a good therapist is a huge compliment.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a huge help. I gotta say, if
you need one, you should get one.
It's true. My sisters, who I love them a ton. We've done a lot this year together. They bought me a whole new goddamn bed.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know you guys can't see it, but I will do a video here to show it, because I will update. But I have a whole bunch of new equipment that I use for filming now and for recording. I feel like I'm busy all the time, and I both hate it, but I'm starting to like it because things are finally getting done in my life. And so yeah, that is
awesome.
In terms of growth, it's hard for me. I've always been hard for me to look inward at my own growth, but I can always see it in other people. It's a lot easier for that. So
that's fair. Yeah.
I measure my growth in things I've done.
I would say, in my opinion, just kind of in the way of just in the way of talk show stuff. From when we first started, you definitely were you felt a lot more hot on the gun kind of sometimes. You felt like you were ready to go a lot, or you're like, all right, let's do this. We can do the thing. We got the talk show. We're ready for this. And then now is, coming into it a bit more. It's more like, okay, well, we gotta check this. There's a little bit more going on here. Is this kind of set up right? Oh, I forgot to check this last time. Well, is this working now? Like, and it's just being aware of all this stuff, right? Because it's a lot more than it looks like right away. And honestly, for a lot of people who think that with YouTube and streaming, sometimes it can be a lot, and it seems like a lot at first. But once you get in a pattern of doing it, it's pretty easy. It's just being mindful of like, okay, well, I had this problem before. Oh, so what did I do last time to fix it? Is it gonna work again? Is that a different is that the same problem I'm having, or is it different? Because I'm gonna be honest, that's the great part with having a gentleman here. He's a wonderful IT. I'm really bad at software problems in a certain sense, where if I'm trying to figure out if this button pressed in the wrong direction with the wrong setting in the wrong area triggers this to not react properly with computer, it's a lot. Circuitry, you have to really be able to have a big mind of how the entire computer function, how the whole program works. And I'm gonna be honest, I can't always do that. I'm hoping one day to learn a bit more about that, but the gentleman is honestly
Speaking of what you're saying,
the star of that.
just to throw it out there, because I thank you and appreciate all of that. Greasy Boy just brought it to my attention that the YouTube is labeled wrong. It's labeled under two Sundays. So
Yeah.
For those who have been paying attention, you're probably aware that the topic as it is kind of set up, which is the good thing that it's a good thing that we do this.
saying
on our
all
video
this good
or on
shit
our
about me,
setup.
and I fucked it up.
We have new directions, and this is something that to learn. This is another new direction. YouTube is something that we are recently learning on as a platform. So for those who are on YouTube with us, we appreciate you standing by with our technical difficulties and learning with us as we figure out how to best come to you as a content provider and reach you in a way that actually is the way that we're presenting ourselves. But it happens. We're gonna make mistakes, and we love you guys all for standing by with us and how it happens, and Ruhala and all the wonderful viewers who come in to make themselves known to us is amazing. If you we say this every time, and I will always repeat it. If you want to be on the talk show, you want to be a part of the talk show in any way, you want to be here, you want to be part of us, make yourself known.
I think we're gonna make Rouge
We'll have you on.
We're gonna make Rouge a mod. I think that's happening at the end of today's show.
And
I think
this is what this shows too. Absolutely.
I think she's earned mod status.
You become such a wonderful supporter of us, and you just show us how much you're supporting. Man, this is so great having a person here that can tell us about these things that we might have missed, and because we're not perfect. That's the best part I think I like about Twitch the most, is that it helps build a community, and everyone can be partaking in some weird way or another, if it's a small bit, to just letting us know that we're having sound difficulties. That's awesome. That's super helpful.
So let's
yeah, it would be nice to know if there's no sound, before we get 20 minutes in.
Exactly, but exactly, it helps us figure that out earlier than later.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Rujala will be
Might be
back
good to know.
anytime. We could bring her back on for Sex Ed Part 2.
Absolutely.
Electric
Sex
dildo
Forest,
boogaloo.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. See, I'm 100% down for the
Here's
for
the
the
reason
boogaloo.
why my parents still don't know the name of this talk show.
Sometimes that's what you need, is just a little boogaloo to break through.
Yet they know you do one now. We've been Sarah's best kept secret for a
Ooh.
while.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
You're not the best.
It's gonna
You're
be.
not the best.
I hope you know it's gonna be
You're
great
not-
when they figure it out and watch the series.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Here's some
Wow,
of your
look at
opinions.
we've been talking about and all these talk shows.
Right?
And
Honestly, I don't think they ever will.
I don't know. Who knows? And the day that it happens will be hilarious.
Never say
and
never,
I hope,
for
I hope,
never
I hope-
finds a way to
I-
end.
Maybe someday we'll
absolutely.
watch the episode with my uncle.
I absolutely, absolutely. I hope there is an episode where you get to record that reaction, where we're here for that, to see
Oh,
every
no.
step of them reacting to your videos.
Yes.
That
I
would
should get my
Rujala.
dad to come on sometime though. I'll make that happen.
That would be great.
Grab
That would
all
be
the
amazing.
poster boards.
Yes.
All of the poster boards.
Yep.
I'm just responding
Rachel
to
all
All
of
of
them.
us. We're just talking to the new mod. That's all.
the new mod. Yes, the
Yes,
new mod.
Go
the
and
new
steal
mod.
Wonderful
all of
support.
the poster boards that you can.
Speaking
All
of which,
right.
I'm gonna see how.
So
do
I
that.
just wanted to end. So we're getting close to the hour, and I wanted to end on something
No, I do also. Yeah, we wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
the last
this
kind
is
of
this is
final
exactly what we're doing.
bit.
is-
with a new direction.
with a new
We want to
direction.
talk about somebody
We're gonna
who's
roll the
also looking
dice.
for a new direction.
We're
We're gonna
rolling the
shout out
dice.
to
Wait, I got this,
a
don't
wonderful
worry, I'll
person to roll the dice and see what
All
happens.
right, so let's all talk at
things.
once so no one understands what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind
Three,
of die are we
Yep.
rolling?
2, 1.
All of them.
All the dice.
I rolled a 5.
On what?
Perfect. That means perfect.
56.
All right, are you
Oh,
gonna
even
tell the
better.
Oh, our
masses what
chances
it
are
is in
good.
Saniac?
Our chances. All right. Well,
Okay, what are we telling the masses?
we're talking
What are
about
we rolling about?
wonderful shout out. We're gonna shout out to a specific person this time, just to stream, just to see how things go, and bridge of support. We're shouting out to Gordon Ramsay today. If for the people that haven't noticed on certain on Twitch,
On
who
Twitter.
haven't noticed
It was on
Twitch
Twitter.
and Twitter,
It
on
was
Twitch
on
and Twitter,
Twitter.
all the both platforms because it's a co kind of thing. Gordon Ramsay on Twitter tweeted at Twitch. Man, I never thought I'd have to say that tongue twister before in my life, and asking about how Twitch works and how to set up his own live stream in a sense and how things work. So we at the Villain Talk Show are going to be sending him a tweet just to let him know, if he wants to come on and talk about it and learn about the very thing that we've been sitting here with you guys learning how to do, how to figure out a talk show, how to set up a live stream podcast with using Twitch and other podcast systems, YouTube and stuff, and figure it out with us. We'll be happy to have him come on, and we're going to be tweeting out at him. So for those of you that are listening and want to see potentially maybe see Gordon Ramsay on our talk show, if and when, who knows? The fuck, maybe he doesn't even know. Maybe he doesn't even know. But you viewers out there, if you want to make it happen, be sure to be the minions. Check out shout out at Gordon Ramsay.
We
And
openly
Retweet it.
we openly tweeted at him because he messaged Twitch that he wanted to start Twitch streaming, and we just said, you know what? We figured it out by ourselves, and we know all the ins and outs now, and we use the actual Twitch Studio beta, and we said, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna try. I mean, we don't expect anything, but
Maybe
But
we can help
if
him
you
out.
do use
Freaking
Twitter, make sure to retweet it.
I can guarantee we would
Yeah,
all
that would
four
be
of us,
wonderful.
5 of us, would collectively shit our pants if he
Absolutely.
responded.
Yeah.
I would be amazing. So
Let
amazed.
alone if he said yes or no.
Surprisingly nervous.
If he just
or just even having a
responded.
response, yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be hilarious and amazing. But
But could
if,
imagine?
even if he shows up to do anything, would
could
be
you
so
imagine
great.
that episode? I couldn't do it. I couldn't talk to the guy.
It would
I'd
so
be
great.
so scared.
Right?
I would be
Because
so
it's-
excited and
I'd
nervous,
be
and it would be
I-
so interesting. But
I would be an
Talk
excellent
about
teacher. But
High
I-
pressure.
I don't know if we are excellent
Yeah.
teachers or hollow. We try hard, but it doesn't always. We don't learn from ourselves some days.
anyway,
I
we
mean,
are
I'm
now
literally
at the
a teacher,
hour. I'm
we need
sorry
people like you, Ruhala.
that none of you had anything better to do this wonderful Wednesday night, but I'm
I
glad
love you all.
all
You're
of you
wonderful
spent
people.
it with us here.
Wednesday? I guess it has to be.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. It's Thursday.
It's Wednesday, Sarah.
It's Wednesday somewhere.
Lost track, okay?
I am
Don't worry,
C4.
it's only,
This
it's
is
only-
why we
That's
need each
Sarah
other.
Vike. This is
Who is?
Insaniac. And this is the Greasy Boy, and we are the Villains of the Villains Talk Show.
We
Shout out
appreciate
to
you all.
Rouge Allah, our new mod. Shout out to
And
For the Wheel, our only Patreon. Follow
We
us,
love you so
like us,
much.
share us, subscribe to us. You don't have to do
All the
any of
fun,
that.
wonderful,
In fact,
interesting-
don't do it.
Randy.
Don't subscribe to any of our shit. I dare you. I freaking dare you.
Just avoid us and show how
Just
much of a
ignore us
rebel you are.
completely.
How
You don't have to
villainous you can
exist.
be to the villains, and will you
Oh, why are
oh,
those so loud?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't
we
know.
hope you have a good
Normal.
night.